I grew up in a town on the North Shore of Long Island called Port Washington, a wonderful place to grow up. I remember growing up working in a few jobs, in a drugstore, in a grocery store, later hauling garbage in skyscrapers in Manhattan. Was pretty good in school, but really not really engaged in school, I think, until I got to college. I'm Eric Reiman. I'm CEO of Banner Alzheimer's Institutes. My father was a pediatrician, and he met my mother, who's a nursing student, at the place I was born. We now have a family of individuals in the healthcare space. I began my research career as a brain imaging researcher in the lab that invented PET scanning. When I moved to Arizona, I was asked by the local chapter of the Alzheimer's Association to join them. Around that time, researchers found the first genetic risk factor for Alzheimer's disease, and I thought, what if we could study people at risk for Alzheimer's disease, see if we could detect the brain changes that occur before the onset of symptoms, and set the stage to launch a new era in Alzheimer's prevention research. We ended up preparing for what would be the first prevention trial in the world in, of all places, Medellin, Colombia. There's an extraordinary extended family of individuals, many of whom have a gene they've inherited that cause them with virtual certainty to develop Alzheimer's disease and become impaired at the average age of 44. Think of your largest family reunion that you could imagine in the state of Arizona. Well, in the state of Antioquia, Colombia, we have identified 6,000 members of a kindred, 1,200 of whom are certain to get Alzheimer's at a young age. So when we established Banner Alzheimer's Institute in late 2006, our primary goal was to find and support the accessibility of a prevention therapy without losing a generation. When we showed for the first time in a well-known New England Journal of Medicine paper that you could detect Alzheimer's before the onset of symptoms in middle age, two cousins coming to see me who were the first family discovered to have one of those rare misspellings of a gene that would cause them to develop Alzheimer's in their 30s or 40s. They had a chance to participate in some of the first trials. And when we find a way to prevent Alzheimer's disease, which we will, it'll be because of our patients and families, our research participants, and what they've meant to this endeavor, and what could be better than that. That was late 2006. And we now have, I believe, a realistic chance to find and support the approval of the first treatment to significantly avert the cognitive impairment due to Alzheimer's disease. When I started in this field, we had no way to know who did or did not have Alzheimer's disease. We now have and contributed to the development of the first PET scans to know who had Alzheimer's in life, and now cheap, scalable blood tests to be able to do that. That will be widely available in the next few years.
What are you most proud of?
Definitely most proud of my wife and kids, and some wonderful friends and colleagues. But I'm also proud of how we've been able to bring people together to accomplish goals that many people thought were not possible, to have an impact. And it is my hope that next year we'll see the dawn of a new era in prevention as soon as we can.